throwing down the land screen for the introduction of our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Tennessee Athletic Commission and the Global Association of Mixed Martial Arts. Your judges active cage side are Lisa Doran, Johnny Stewart, and Josh Amato. When the cage door closes, your referee in charge of the action will be John Romero. This bout is sponsored by the Tennessee Army National Guard. And now, this is the fight you have wanted all night. We are coming to you live from the Chattanooga Convention Center in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where this professional middleweight fight is set for 3 5-minute rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Chattanooga, Tennessee, I ask you again, are you ready? Aries fight fans, get on your feet. This is your main event, and we are live. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a record of 5 wins, 3 losses. His height, 6 feet tall. His weight, 184.2 pounds. He trains with Elevation Fight Team, and he fights out of Denver, Colorado. He is the Peaceful Warrior, Caleb Crump.
Caleb Crump, lots of support all the way.
And across the cage and fighting out of the red corner, he steps into the cage tonight defending an undefeated professional record of 4 wins, 0 losses. His height, 5 feet, 7 inches, and his weight, 186 pounds. He trains with Agoge Combatives, and he fights out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is Torrez, the Punisher, Finney!
Wow.
Finney has got a real star quality about him.
Yes.
And he just needs to navigate through some dangerous waters here facing Crump. This is the main event for a reason. I'm getting
a little nervous.
I'm getting nervous because, you know, I'm going to be right down the middle on this, but to see Finney in here for what could be the final time, whew, at least in the Aries cage, it really is special. Crump and Finney underway. This main event will be 3 5-minute rounds should we need them all.
Finney immediately having Patrick Crump with his back against the head. He's going to drag over.
Okay.
That was smart of Crump to kind of try to absorb that slam.
Crump's going to have to display the get-up game here because these takedowns will come in bunches from Finney.
You know, when we see so many people try to set up this arm lock here for Finney, and it's a tough act with a guy this strong. And it can be controlling, but I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to have a submission from this position with Finney. We've seen it attempted multiple times for this Kimura grip, and it just never seems to be.
Well, even if he can just use it to sweep, right? That is obviously what the focus is.
But I mean, you're just going against a guy that's just so strong, and to use his strongest asset, you know, his arms to try to do that never seems like a good move.
Crump is smart, though. He anticipated some ground and pound coming.
Yep.
He got his head out of the way, and now we're in a straight-up scramble situation.
Yeah. Crump being very good about being tight and being close, trying to get, they both go for takedowns at the same time.
Almost a clash of heads, Crump now might be feeling a guillotine attempt of his own here. Obviously, Finney, you know, likes to implement the takedowns. Got to be careful here with the neck positioning.
Caleb Crump smart with this positioning here, trying to minimize the opportunity. Oh, that was interesting, but we're back into it.
Whoa, that was interesting.
Yep. So we see Caleb Crump, Caleb Crump back in, swimming for these double unders, or at least one underhook here.
I mean, I like a referee who wants to see action. I just don't know. I mean, Finney was essentially guaranteed a double leg there. But hey, we're right back essentially to the same position.
Yep. We see
kind of a moot
Finney
point.
with picking that ankle, that right ankle of Caleb Crump.
Yeah, Caleb with that like that cradle grip, almost like a for lack of a better term, a cradle pile driver grip, if you will. And right now, it's kind of got Finney corralled. Finney is just dealing with the sprawl of Crump. He seems like he's looking to get a bit. Here's that slam. Oh!
He takes it all the way back into his corner against the fence, and that was smart. But looks like Caleb is trying to set up a triangle here, which is a tough move for a guy like TORREZ Finney. As TORREZ Finney is gaining some space. Yep. To pass that through, his arm's still stuck. Yep, and now he gets to the back, almost to the back of Caleb Crump.
At the very least, he's got designs on raining down some blows here, I think, Finney.
Absolutely right.
So Finney's got 2 takedowns, and now he moves into mount.
Smart move. Good positioning, good control for TORREZ Finney as he takes the back of Caleb Crump.
We've got 1:26 to go in round 1. Finney backpacking and trying to flatten out Caleb Crump.
A ton of action here in this first round.
Crump's really intelligently defended a lot of the advances that Finney's tried, but Finney's got a great position here to not just secure the round,
Finney
but potentially find a finish.
Yep, there's some hand fighting here as TORREZ Finney is looking to get under the neck of Caleb Crump. Caleb trying to get his shoulders a little bit higher from Finney. That's good defense for him. But Finney trying to reposition as well. It's really hard for Finney to do much with his back against the cage. And Caleb's trying to address the leg here. It's smart, trying to find himself out of being in this position with
Crump's
TORREZ
corner
Finney.
wants him to
Wow.
turn into it, but it's going to be a slam, I think.
Yep. This is some of the best defense that we've seen against TORREZ Finney.
Yeah,
in his pro run here with Caleb Crump.
That's true. You know, he did. Finney found a 3rd round finish in his last fight, which was with Icon's promotion there.
Yep.
The gentleman he beat, his name escapes me. I know it's.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But
like Illich, or for lack of a better term, it was a tough test. It went all 3 rounds. Finney was pretty handily in control. Found a finish in the 3rd round. But Crump is pretty live here. The good news for Caleb Crump, each round starts on the feet. So that big man has to get off of you. You'll get a chance to collect yourself, set up a game plan, and come back at it here in the 2nd round. Sure, we'll see a replay here momentarily. A couple big slams that Finney's fans were thrilled to see. Let's take a look.
Again, Caleb doing a good job on trying to defend these pickup and takedowns, but he takes him right over in the slam. Caleb doing good on keeping that almost rubber guard through that. I should say rubber guard, but the high guard through that entire slam. Usually, a lot of times when you see anyone get slammed, especially by Finney, they let go of everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like their defense against the ground is the biggest thing. But Caleb kept his position, and he saw that was coming, and he waited it out.
One thing I liked about Finney's first slam or takedown, if you will, he almost decelerated on the takedown. It could have been a much more authoritative slam, but he felt like his head might have been in a dangerous area. You don't want to knock yourself out showing off your slams.
Yep.
Well, here we go, round 2 of our main event. It is TORREZ Finney taking on Caleb Crump.
Trading
jab.
Good exchange there.
And this is the part of the game we would love to see from Finney.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of moisture on both these guys coming in here for the second round. I saw Crump was dripping. This has kind of been the look of the fight right here, this moment. Torres doggedly going for a double leg. Crump using this cradle grip to try and defend from almost a certain slam that would be to follow if Finney were able to secure it.
And this is smart of Caleb. It's not maybe an exciting fight to watch, but this is a smart move for Caleb. Oh.
He did utilize the pile driver grip, you know. I don't want to.
We've seen quite a few of Finney's fights in this position and in this spot, and Finney's smart on kind of keeping his tripod up and keeping pressure against the hips and keeping this body lock position.
Finney does, you know, he does these takedowns and he gets into these scrambles with the thought that eventually I'm going to tie up one of your arms. I'm going to have an arm free, and then I'm going to beat your senses. And it just hasn't happened yet. Caleb Crump has intelligently defended everything. Both competitors still looking pretty fresh.
Yep.
And now we're back to standing. Finney letting the hands go.
Wow.
I'm hearing people calling for Finney to throw a knee, and you know, that might have been the technique he needed right there.
Yeah, 3 minutes remaining here of the second. Finney's going back to his corner looking for this slam. And you see this when he slammed, he's set up for this head and arm triangle. Is he going to keep it? I'm not sure, but this is a very strong move, strong position for most wrestlers, especially Finney. I'm not sure if he will, but he's going to keep his head underneath the left arm of Caleb Crump to see if that's okay. Now he's going back to this position, but
full guard.
Yep, this was good intelligence from Finney, bring this fight back to his corner.
I mean, only 14 significant strikes at the moment, as you saw there on the Aries graphic. It is
wow, we see
brought
some
to us by Spectation
here
Sports
with Caleb Crump, which is pretty unique.
What's he going for there?
Well, it looks like he's just trying to defend Finney from going any further. There's quite a few different things you could set up here, omoplata, but I think at that point he was just using it as a defensive to kind of keep Finney off of him a little bit. It's hard to set up anything when your back's against a cage like that.
Minute 50 left in round two, and I think Caleb Crump got sliced open with something that Finney landed. The blood is starting to flow.
Ah, I see that.
He's wearing the crimson mask. I think Finney's starting to literally smell blood, you know. He sees it.
It's in the water.
I've got him bleeding. If I put a couple more on him, I don't know if he can go with me.
Every time they stand, Finney meets Caleb with this onslaught of strikes. And Caleb is leaking pretty heavy from the forehead.
Caleb Crump is leaking pretty good, and if Finney puts a good striking combination together.
Crowd is going wild here at the convention center.
Yeah, a lot of anticipation here has started to build as it feels like Finney is trying to solve this puzzle and find time to find a finish, either here in the second or maybe in the next round.
One minute remaining here in the second of 3 rounds. Caleb being really smart with his guard and trying to minimize the damage he's taking from Finney.
Finney has pretty much had control the entire fight, and now the ground and pound is starting to find a home with about 30 seconds to go here in the second round. And this is kind of the evolution of Torrez Finney. He's always had this great grappling.
Yep.
He's shown a little bit on the feet here, but he seems content to just take a little bit of life from you each round, crush your spirit a little bit more, and by the time the final round comes around, he'll have you right where he wants you, softened up and easy pickings.
10 seconds remaining here of the second round. This third round's going to really tell it all.
I think so. This kind of feels a little bit like Finney's last fight.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
It really does, yep.
And it's a good game plan for somebody with his body type and his athleticism.
Yep.
You know, not many guys are going to be able to defend his chain wrestling, And by the time the final round comes around, not only are you getting slammed, but you got those softball-sized fists just beating you in the head.
Yep.
Let's take a look right here. Yep.
Boom,
This
boom,
is some great
boom.
action.
Good combinations here from Finney.
Yeah, you can see when Finney's corner there called for a knee. I think that was the precise moment they wanted it. Crump was covering up, led with his head. And the proper 12 ring girl doing a great job. She's been doing a great job all night.
Yeah, this has been, we've had a lot of really good support, and this whole card has gone so smoothly. It's great.
We are entering our final 5 minutes of the night in our main event here at Aries Fight Series 16, live at the Chattanooga Convention Center. Corners coming out of the ring. Referee taking a look at Crump, making sure that that cut is going to meet his satisfaction.
Third and final round here of the main event. You know, we were both saying, and we definitely agree that this looks a lot similar, very similar to Finney's last fight, and we'll see if he does the same thing, ends in the third, or if we're going to take this one to the decision.
Finney's jab looks really quick here in the third. I think he'd be well served. Just, light kicks and jabs might be his friend.
Man, there's some power coming on this
right
side.
In front of us, and there they go, back to the corner of Finney. Oh, that is heavy.
Was the biggest slam.
That was the heaviest of all. Trevor Peak is loving it at cage side. He is fired up, hopping, literally hopping. That is how tight these guys are. And Finney has got 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go to work in the third round. Crump doing a nice job here to try and build a vertical base. Ooh, hammer fists. Finney would be happy to lock up a head and arm if Crump is, foolish enough to give it to him.
Yeah, but I think that Crump also has a lot of great defense here.
He does.
Crump is a really accomplished grappler, and it's just hard with Finney, to kind of nullifying anything that he's trying to do here. But Crump is being very defensive through this fight. He's finding out where he can and can't be to minimize damage and to hopefully minimize the possibility of any sort of submission. So big props to Crump here. And he's just looking for a submission here if he can in the third and final.
This might be a step through kind of situation here that sees Finney get to mount. So hard for Crump to try and build a vertical base because he's just in the middle of the cage at this point. There's no ability to use the cage to get himself up.
And I think that Crump has only allowed Finney to enter his guard maybe once or twice for a short time, and he does it here. We'll see what Finney can have.
Crump does everything he can when he gets mounted here to try and tie up Finney's right arm, and that is smart because that's where the pain is going to come from.
That's
Finney's
where the punishing from the Punisher comes, is that right hand. So, just stand up. Huh, okay.
Crump really wearing it right now.
Yep. But still in this.
Finney's got 2.5 minutes here to try and find a way to get it done inside the distance. Oh, and now he's got a great position. Man. This might be a bad angle here for Finney. Better be careful.
Yeah, let's see if he's going to try to make the best out of this or not. It looks like they're still hand fighting, but Finney is still trying to actively.
He's just all upper body strength right now, I think, trying to pull himself back behind his opponent. Whoa. Wow. Finney is strong. Yeah. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Here it comes.
I think at this point, Finney's almost naming his shots for these takedowns.
He is.
And, he's locking a lot of them up. He's not taking down as many as he wants, but he's still locking up a lot of these shots. And again, you saw Caleb try to set up that Kimura grip. And we see so many people try to do that with TORREZ Finney, and it doesn't even phase him. We've seen that similarly to Derek Lewis, get stuck into a Kimura trap, and he'll just lift his arm up and
if that's an ability that you have, that is a blessing in this sport.
minute remaining here in the third and final.
Torrez Finney probably content to ride it out here, although I'm sure he'd like to send the crowd home elated, finding a finish in the next minute here. That is
Yeah, so far I think I'd scored the first two to Torrez Finney just out of general positioning and takedowns. The third, I'm kind of leaning towards that as well. And he's setting up that head arm trunk again because you know that Finney is looking for a finish. He doesn't want anything going to decision.
You see the abrasion there right between the eyes of Caleb Crump.
Wow, look like Caleb Crump was thinking about setting up almost a buggy choke there. No,
he finds himself on the wrong end of being mounted.
20 seconds remaining here. Let's see if the Punisher can get it done in that time.
10 seconds to go. Finney's backpacking.
Oh,
Caleb
wow.
Crump ends up on top.
Great maneuver there from Caleb Crump. Wow, great fight.
What a final 10 seconds of that one. It got a little dicey there, but I would assume we are just moments away from Torrez Finney securing a decision victory over Caleb Crump. Really good stuff there from Crump on the defensive side of things. Just never really got his offense going.
No.
We'll have a word with the Punish here momentarily. Houston, what a night it has been.
Wow.
We really saw a little bit of everything tonight.
Did we really start this at 6 o'clock? This has been a long.
I've lived 3 lifetimes. We
Yeah,
had the prelims, the undercard, the pros. Really great job by Aries Brass here putting this one together, culminating in this main event. Really, really exciting stuff. This is a kind of event that will definitely garner some national recognition, and I think fans who attended will be eager to buy their tickets and come back to this next live event. Finney getting a lot of praise here from fans in attendance. We will be getting our decision here momentarily. Houston, I'm going to get ready and await some words from the winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, again, great way to cap off this amazing card. Aries Fight Night, Fight Series 16, Chattanooga, Tennessee Convention Center. Waiting here for the judges' scorecards. And Lance Green will make this thing official. But I have to say, you know, definitely the first two and that third round, I'd have to push towards Finney on that one. Great fight, great competition, great athletes between these two. And we wait here as Lance Green makes his way to the cage for that final decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, John Romero. Excuse me, after 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges see this fight the exact same way, with scores of 30-27. Your winner out of the red corner, the Punisher, TORREZ Finney!
Great win for the Punisher, Torrez Finney, improving his record.